Hello everyone, this is Albert again, and we have covered the site selection and the site preparation already. So in this video I will cover how to build a base, and which is floor, and how to build a structure, the skeleton of the shed. So a strong base is important, but also a strong structure is equally important. Okay, so before I start, I want to know that right now that we need a prerequisite, which is the Amazon Shed Kit menu. So I've put a couple of screenshots of the menu, so it will give you some ideas, the instructions how to build the shed base and how to nail the floor onto the shed base. So if you are in this stage already, you really need a shed kit menu. Okay, so the installed base is quite simple. You just make the base. For example, make the base, you can make it in the garage if it's raining outside, okay? And then lay down the base structure onto the shed bed. And one thing I want to let you know is it's always better to paint the shed floor. It doesn't say in the instruction manual, but I feel there's always possibility that you kind of came from outside in the backyard. It's a rainy day. For example, today is rainy, and if I go inside the shed and bring some water in, it will make it muddy, and it will basically wet the floor. So that's not a good idea. So really you need to paint the shed floor. That's my recommendation. You can see this stage is already I lay down the shed floor. So everything is laid down properly. The thing here, I want to also mention the tools you need. By far, you will need a circular saw and you will need a drill gun. Okay, so you can see this is a circular saw. That's my garage. That's in my garage, and you will need a drill gun. You can buy any type of the drill gun or circular saw and buy a good brand. It will last you for a long time, so that's very important. And I want to also let you know, I will post something in the description or comment. It will show you how to use the circular saw. At the very first time, when I used my first time using circular saw, I was really afraid, and I want to watch and how to use the circular saw, and I saw a wonderful video, and it's funny, and it's also the video is funny, and also it's light, and it to the point. So I really recommend that video. Take a look. Drill gun is not that difficult. You can just use it, but I will mention one thing in the my next slide. There is a safety risk when using the drill gun. So let's go to the next step. Okay, so you can see the next step is really install the shed structure, which is the skeleton of the whole thing, right? So that's very important. So here the first step is install the 10 pillar, right? So you will use a little metal piece that connect with the pillar and the base, right? Then you will install the door frames, which is here, the door frames and front and the back, right? Then you install the rafters, right? Install the rafters. What you need in this stage, you will probably need a helper because now it's taller, right? It's high, and then you may need a chair or a ladder if you do it by yourself. But a helper is really, really recommended, that you can hold the rafters and do all sorts of things together. It's better. So one thing I want to really mention about here is a safety tip. When I try to use the drill gun, right, to install this little metal piece to screw it into this pillar, and it almost hurt my finger because the issue is the high speed of the drill gun. It rotates the screw, and then at the same time it rotates this metal piece. And if I don't do it properly, the metal piece may cut my finger. So really, I suggest to really do it carefully, right? And if possible, wear gloves, right? And or maybe tie the metal piece manually. This way you do it slowly, so it doesn't hurt. So really, overall in the whole process, you're only gonna be doing 10 or 12 things like this metal piece thing. So it's not a big deal if you do it manually. Okay, so just be safe. Okay, one little tip here is, all these little things you can really do it in the garage. Sometimes I did it in the winter. You can see there is yellow leaves everywhere, and sometimes it rains. You really need to pick a sunny day. I heard, probably it's also common sense that you don't really want your wood to be soaked with water with the big rain, and it will really take a lot of time for the wet wood to evaporate and to become. So this is basically gonna, if it's rain that's soaked, it's gonna make your structure really weak. So important thing is pick the right weather and do this little preparation work in the garage. And so now that you have the skeleton, thank you for watching. And in my next video, we'll talk about install the roof and walls. See you.